How many languages do you speak? How many languages do you speak? How many languages do you speak? Okay, so thank you so much for your time. First, where are you from?
I am from Guelph, Ontario.
I'm from Post Lynch, Ontario, just outside of Guelph.
Okay, so you were born and raised in Canada.
Yes.
Yes.
So you guys obviously English is your first language.
Yes.
English, yeah.
English, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so in this video, I want to ask you guys about English and languages in general. So first, how many languages do you speak?
I can speak 3 languages. I can speak English fluently, Polish fluently, and then French like half fluent.
Okay.
And then I only speak 2 languages, just English fluently and then French.
Okay, so I heard if you grew up in Canada, everybody learns French in school. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. You have to take it in grade 9 in high school, and then you have the option if you want to take it in the rest of the grades. So.
Okay, so how many years have you learned French in total?
I took French all 4 years, so I took it grade 9 through 12, so 4 years for me.
Same with me, and then I took it in elementary school since it's mandatory.
Okay, so I've been wondering like how fluent it is, how good your French is. Do you think you can have a proper conversation in French?
I think if I went to like Quebec or France, I could communicate with somebody, but I don't think it would be as good as it was when I was in class and speaking it every day, because now on a daily basis, I don't really use it to communicate at all.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, same with me. I don't speak French anymore unless if I went somewhere where they spoke French, then I would be able to speak it.
Okay, but at least you know the very basics.
Yeah.
Yeah, like to get around or to ask where the bathroom is, I think I could do that. But if I had to sit down with someone at like dinner, I don't think I'd be able to talk with them the whole time.
Okay, very interesting. In Japan, everybody learns English at least 6 years in school, but not many people can speak English. That's a kind of shame. But you can ask like how to go to the bathroom, like asking like basic stuff in French.
Yes.
Okay, so I want you to guys share like how you learn French, like any tips or advice for English learners in Japan.
I would have to say the best advice I can give is to practice it every day, because if you only practice it like once a week or twice a week, you're gonna lose it in your memory. Similar to like a sport, if you like hit a baseball like every day, your muscles, it's muscle memory, right? So same with the language, you have to keep at it every day, and then each week I think you should learn more difficult words and stuff and start with the basics and then get to more difficult words.
Yeah, I was gonna say repetition. Like that's what helped me. If I did it constantly, I'd be better at it. Whereas if I stopped doing it, then I kind of forget what I've learned.
Very good. So languages are like muscles. Use it or lose it.
Yes,
That's right.
very
Very
true.
Okay. So last but not least, last question. I want you to teach us like any useful phrases or idioms or slang that can make people sound very native or like fluent.
I know Canadians say like a lot, like you could just
Oh,
say,
okay.
or like, do you know the word cap?
Cap?
Yeah.
Cap?
No, like if you think someone's like lying, you say that's cap.
That's cap. So it's
Yeah.
basically like a cap, but it doesn't mean.
But it's not true.
yeah,
So
Okay.
if your friend tells you, oh, it's raining right now, you say that's cap
because it's not raining. Yeah.
Okay, pretty much it means you're lying.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Spelling is the same as
Yeah.
CAP, cap.
Yes.
Yeah, cap.
Okay.
A lot of people use that nowadays in our generation.
It's more like slang, not like
Yes,
a
that's
proper
like slang.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much for your time. First, where are you from?
We're from Georgetown.
You're from Canada?
Yeah, from Canada,
You
yeah.
were born and raised in Canada?
Yes, born and raised.
Okay, so you guys speak English like fluently, like natively.
Yes, yeah.
Very good. Okay, so in this video, I want to ask you about English and languages in general. So first, how many languages do you speak?
I only speak one at the right now.
Okay, you speak English.
Yeah, just English.
Okay. What about you?
I speak 2.
So what languages do you
I
speak?
speak English and Polish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I heard in Canada, everybody learns French in school.
Yeah,
Did you guys learn French in school?
Yeah, I learned French in grade 9, but it was too hard for me, so I kind of just gave up and stuck to English.
You gave up, okay.
yeah,
Very good.
I stopped too. I stopped after grade 9.
Okay, but you mentioned that you speak English and Polish. So how did you learn Polish?
So I just grew up learning Polish because my parents are from Poland. So I guess it's just something I grew up with.
Okay, interesting. So next question is, you guys mentioned that you already gave up learning French, but at least you tried to learn French in school. Do you have any tips or advice to like learn a second language?
It's you.
Honestly, if I were to be in French again, I would stay in French just because it's so good to have. But just like continue with it kind of thing.
Okay.
Because it's always good to have two languages, I think.
Do you have any like advice for English learners?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
But I think you learn like English language in school. I
Yeah,
mean, you learn
like,
English naturally, but
We
at
have
the same
an
time.
English class, which is just straight English. It's not like about learning the language. It's more about like writing paragraphs and like doing it fluently.
Was there any way like that helped you to improve quickly?
What do you think?
I'd say reading.
Reading.
Helped. But yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, last but not least, I want you to share any like slang or idioms, words that make people sound like native. Oh, he's fluent. Do you have anything like that?
Oh, this is you. This
No.
is you.
It can be among your generation.
Maybe say A for Canadian.
Okay, A.
Slay. If you say
Slay.
slay.
Yeah, other than that, I don't think we have any.
Okay. Okay, that was it. It was very good. Thank you so much for your time. First, where are you from?
London, Ontario.
London, Ontario as well.
Okay, so you guys both speak English fluently, like a native language, obviously.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So in this video, I want to ask you about languages and English in general. So first, how many languages do you speak?
One.
You speak
English, yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I have English, Arabic, and Spanish.
Okay, so I want to ask you, like, how did you learn those languages?
Well, I was born in Canada, so I was taught English at school, and I am Egyptian, so my parents immigrated right before I was born, so I grew up speaking Arabic, and I took Spanish here at TMU, so that's how I learned Spanish.
Okay. But if you grew up in Canada, everybody learns French in school. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes, so we both have broken French.
Broken French. So how many years did you learn French in total?
For me it was 9 years.
9 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did 11.
So
I did a couple extra years of French.
Okay. So do you know the like basics in French?
Yeah.
You would say?
Yeah,
Like the
a
basics.
few basics, yeah.
So do you think you can have a proper conversation in French?
No.
Not more than like, hi, how are you, maybe?
Okay. During that time, I assume you knew a little bit of French more compared to how
Yeah.
you used to.
Yes, just forgot now.
So a lot of people in Japan learn English like 6 to 9 years, like you guys learned French, but not many people can speak English in Japan. That's a kind of shame. So I want you to share like how to learn a second language. Like if there's any tips or advice, I want you to share. It can be related to English. I guess, I mean, you learn English naturally, but at the same time, you learn like grammar, like a vocab in
Yeah, that's
school.
true.
What helps
no,
you
and
to improve your English fast?
I feel like in terms of speaking, talking to someone who's fluent in English
Yeah.
really helps. Having a lot of conversations and having like a little rule for yourself that you're not allowed to use any other languages except for English, that really helped me with Spanish. And just talking to people really helps. Like Duolingo helps too.
Yeah, Duolingo,
I did
yeah.
Duolingo for my Spanish classes, that helped. But it was the communication mostly. I had a Spanish friend and we spoke back and forth to each other. So that was the number one thing that I think helped me learn Spanish.
So basically immersing yourself in the language that's spoken.
Yes,
Yeah.
and choosing topics that are challenging so that you can challenge yourself, and then the person who speaks English can tell you, you know, this word, and then you'll remember it that way, and then just keep practicing.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay, so last question. So is there any slang or idioms, words that are commonly used among your generation that make people sound very smart or like native, fluent? Is there anything like that?
This is specific to Canada, not English in general, but I know like a lot of Canadians like to say like A. That
A.
kind of
Oh,
makes
yeah.
you sound like you're native because you're saying like,
I don't know any others.
how are you, bud, eh? Like, they just always have that A on the end of things, so
Okay.
that kind of makes you sound like you're from Canada at least.
What
In terms
about-
of English, I don't think there's anything like specifically. Buddy is used a lot. I know like buddy. I know there's also like a word called nice. It
Oh,
means
yeah.
shut up.
Nice.
Nice. It means
Nice.
shut up.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
like
Like N-I-Z.
N-I-Z-E, nice. It's like shut up.
You just say nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're
It
being
means Shut
loud.
up. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice it. Nice.
Nice it.
Shut up. Yep.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
It's more like slang. You don't use it like in a proper.
No, that's totally slang.
Totally slang.
Never say that to like a professor or anything.
Okay, but yeah,
Yeah.
nice is a good one, I guess.
Yeah. Nice is definitely. I bet you everyone will know what that means. I think even my parents know what that means. So.
Okay, that was interesting. Thank you so much for your time.
No
Thank you.
Thank you.